Los Angeles. It's time to get this winners final started. Y'all ready? Coming to the stage, it don't matter if you love them or hate them, they're on a revenge tour. Make some noise, because here comes Atlanta.
Arcitys! Cellium gets the entire team! aBeZy going huge off the rotation single-handedly.
It's the guts, it's the glory, it's the championship for FaZe!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the bad boys. It's Atlanta FaZe. Cellium, Arcitys, aBeZy, and Simp, Atlanta FaZe.
A rematch from Major 4. Atlanta FaZe lost to the LA Thieves twice. 3-1 both times. These guys want their revenge. They have the MVP Cellium. He's been popping off, but Simp, he has never lost a match on LAN at Champs. He doesn't want to start now. It has to start with those S&Ds. They lost both of them last time to the LA Thieves. But let's bring out the champions.
Let's bring out the champions. Don't complete the heist at Major 4, but can they do it again? Sound the alarm, because here come the Thieves. Los Angeles, give it up for the home team. The LA Thieves are here. Give it up for Envoy, Kitty, Drazah, and Octane. The LA Thieves.
The question for years, who's going to stop Simp and aBeZy? Who is going to stop this FaZe roster at Champs? It is Thieves' chance now. Their chance to make a statement. Their chance to be titans on this stage. Can Thieves run away with one? We find out now. Blaze, get us rolling.
The rematch is on, and it's a battle of bad blood. Let's see who comes out on top. Give it up for your casters. It's Bryson Ton.
Thank you very much, FaZe. We are live, and I know we've been delayed. I know we've been waiting, but the winners' final is here. This is not an elimination match. This is a golden ticket. Getting to the grand final of the championships is the goal of both these two teams. For LA Thieves to go back-to-back to rectify the season where they've been hated on more than almost any other team. For Atlanta FaZe, a chance to save the season.
It is a chance to save that season, but Champs is very much where they apply their trade the best. Simp is yet to lose a series in his career on LAN at Champs, which is quite something. But going up against the LA Thieves in the way that they have been playing over the past 4 weeks, it is going to be such a task. Look how good they looked against OpTic yesterday. It was insane. We all sitting in the green room, couldn't believe what we were seeing. But if it is anyone who's going to stop them, it is the Tiny Terrors and the gang on the stage. But is it Tuscan where that stop starts? I'm not too sure. It should be an interesting one, Brycey, but this winners final here at Champs. It's taken a while to get here, as you said, but the goosebumps are starting to tingle just a little bit now. Atlanta FaZe, LA Thieves here in the Garland Center. What an occasion.
Yeah, these two teams haven't been defeated so far, but that streak must end for one of them. We go straight into Tuscan Hardpoint. It's not always been great for FaZe, but hey, winning is winning. If they can pull it off, we're going straight into P1 on the point of view of Cellium.
We've already seen some bangers here this weekend on Tuscan. I'd imagine we'll see a few more. Is it going to be one here, though, as Kenny Drazah starting things off hot. And if you are a FaZe fan, this is not what you want to see immediately. Players like Kenny on the gunny. There's three, surely not the fourth! Oh, we're starting like that, are we? King Kylo, 4 in a row for him.
Oh my goodness. Kenny has already started this one off. He is looking for blood. That is 5. And the tempo has been set. 24 for aLLeY, 5 for Kenny. And Atlanta FaZe are wondering what on earth has just happened.
I mean, we get a good example there of these two teams, especially from the side of LA Thieves. Very, very good breaking team. One of the best in the game when it does come down to Tuscan. 2nd in total, FaZe are 3rd. They're going to find a break back here with 10 seconds left to go. They get some time, but it is going to be Thieves, of course, in charge. Rotation is there for them. FaZe going to try and find a break back.
There they go, trying to find his first kill as well. Kenny's going to be found. Cellium's going to take it down, and Octane almost gets the trade, but not quite. And FaZe will continue to try and apply the pressure here. You can see them slowly but surely moving up. Simp's already going to be at the point, but Envoy shuts him down. Octane gets another one. Arcitys trying to get that trade, but they are outnumbered at the moment.
Arcitys on his own here, if anything. Cellium is going to be the next to fall, surely. Yes, he is. Thieves with a fantastic start to this game. And it's always a wonder when things sort of take this long to get to this stage. Are you wondering about the ice? I mean, we were saying ourselves, right, kid, we need to get ourselves hyped up for this once again. FaZe and Thieves have been there for a long, long time, but it feels like Thieves have just come out a little bit faster. A lot of time over towards P2 going their way. FaZe have really not had an answer so far.
Well, they're going to go for one little last push here. Scrap time is still available, but that rotation is coming in. At the moment, you can see on that mini-map, they are looking for this one, Atlanta FaZe. They want to right this ship just a little bit, as it has been a fast start from the Thieves.
Spawns are going to be there for the side of FaZe, though, with this rotation over towards P3. So the spawns did flip, of course, halfway through the season. It was one that you would see a lot of points brought up on, but for the side of FaZe now, they need to find some points. aBeZy with 2 kills in the mid-map, but Tiles control here for Thieves.
Relying on Kenny, the stack coming in from the Thieves. They're looking for this now. They're going to try and apply the pressure. aBeZy finds Kenny, though. It's not going to work out for them, and they've stalled. Atlanta FaZe are holding strong at the moment, just soaking every little bit of time they can.
Let's see if they can stay alive. aBeZy on a 5-3 would like to make that 6 or 7. Not going to happen. Kenny will find the first there for the side of Thieves. It's damage limitation. Push them from the back. They haven't been able to get much going. Octane will find 2. Cellium will be able to answer. But he's all on his own momentarily. The rest of the team coming through mid-map. It's a decent break by Thieves, but nobody on the point.
They're just trying to keep them as far back as possible. They don't have the opportunity unless they win some very big trades. aBeZy just staying alive, playing with Envoy, not allowing him to get anything going, and just taking every little bit of time they can. You can see at the moment the Thieves cannot get into this, eventually breaking it down.
Really good job by the side of Thieves, but honestly, FaZe get a decent amount of time out of that one. They'll be happy enough as we head over towards P4. One of the best teams on the game when it does come down to this church hardpoint. Breaking is really their forte, but they're going to have to be the ones to hold here. Thieves towards the back. Octane maybe the first one to try and put some pressure on.
Well, they're looking for the players they know are here, trying to figure them out, but Cellium's going to be more than equal to it. Envoy's going to try and help them out here as well, but it's going to be Atlanta FaZe with basically every trade. Even Kenny is going to go down. FaZe have the hold in the church.
Really good job by the side of FaZe. Sometimes it's just as simple as winning your gunny. Cellium does it around the outside. Good job from them. He's got a big job to do here, though. Envoy, Drazah, both pushing him. Grenades over towards him, already put it up for the rest of the LA Thieves to find a push through. But the rest of FaZe doing their job as well inside the point. That's a good amount of time. It's still a 25-point lead for the side of Thieves. And Cellium locking it down here on the outside. 20 seconds over towards P5.
Huge hold from FaZe has brought them screaming back into this game, and Kenny's going to get 2, but it is still being traded out as Simp goes to work as well as Cellium spits on Octane a little bit there, but the rotation is in. At the moment, you can see Drazah has this a little bit locked, but he needs that reinforcement.
Kenny gonna have a look here, just to try and rotate around. Love that little bit of patience, so they don't know exactly where he is. No contestion, no info. Easy and simple, find a couple though. This break gonna start coming in here for the side of FaZe. And honestly, ever since we have had P3, it's felt like FaZe have just started to bring it up a gate or 2. Arcitys will find one. Kenny and Core there though to try and slow this one down. And Kenny had a hot start, slowed down a little bit, still 15 and 10.
Looking for him, Kenny again, going for work, but not going to work this time. Arcitys has him as well as P5 turns into a blender. As both teams throw everything at it, and it will be Thieves in the end who get the advantage. aBeZy cannot get through as Octane shuts it down.
Best team on the game at breaking P5 is the LA Thieves. They show a good example of that there. Plenty of kills coming on through, and I mean, for the story of the side of FaZe, yes, okay, there's 15 seconds left to go. They're trying their best to get inside here, but one of their biggest issues has been the rotation from 5 to 1. It's a bigger issue when you're trying to get that scrap time when Drazah's doing stuff like this. But we're thinking of P1, the rotation's coming in, and we're thinking of Thieves. 91% hold rate, they're the first ones there as well.
Well, they've got fire in their blood at the moment. Let's jump on board with the LA Thieves for a listen in.
Bottom trade, bro.
He's not jumping. He's not
He
jumping.
has all mid. He has all mid. Nice, two.
Should be the side. No, mid.
I need that side.
Mid truck.
Match you dead. Go. I need that side. Help me, mid, guys. Help me, mid. I can't. I'm trying to
Absolute match.
I got nade. I got double nade.
Time, guys.
I'll get two bottom, guys. You're good.
Out mid. Two mid. Chris, hit RU. RU fast.
I'm gonna go right, guys. I'm gonna hit this. We hit this. Get nades. Get nades.
Our mid lane. On our tree.
Match the church. Bottom church is aBeZy, bro. And they're you. And bottom church. All good. Nice. Bottom church. All good. Let's go. Two maps cutting quick.
All right, I'm P5.
You should use our nades. I'm gonna play for the guy.
That's fine. He's outside.
Wow, you can hear the LA Thieves. This is the game. The teams are turning the tempo up to full, but it is still tight in the scoreline. Speaking of which, though, let's find out how Atlanta FaZe are dealing with this speed. For the listening for them.
He's going back. He's going to the right. I'm trying to play. He's trying to play. One to the back. Still hit him with our
Come to the back.
I tried Dylan. One point.
I didn't hit Mark side.
I tried point down. March me. And then he went back alley.
He's going to go plasma. He's to the plasma. 45 seconds, guys.
Well, we knew it would be fast communication, and it did live up to the hype, but it's going to be a wipe from the LA Thieves. But the spawns are going to go out for them. Look at this FaZe. Might have a pinch for it, but they don't have as many numbers here as they want, but they have got an aBeZy. Can they hold? They are. That pinch has proved deadly.
Yeah, fantastic stuff by the side of Octane. Finds two in the middle, but in the end, FaZe, they hold strong. Slowly but surely working their way back into this game, but Envoy will find one around the back. Kenny will find one at the front as well. Where the spawn's going to be here for the side of FaZe. Over towards the tile side, and they are going to have to try and make this push. Drazah will then find his way through, but Cellium has been so big for the side of FaZe. He's 25 and 13, finds 3 to break it back. The lead change a minute.
Well, the reason an MVP, but you can see at the moment they are going to try and take the lead for the first time in this game. Atlanta FaZe have found it. And now they're going to try and see if they can get anything on Octane. Just trying to cut down the reinforcements as they head towards Church. You can already see the LA Thieves are set up. They want this lead back. They want the opportunity when they send this to P5 to end the game.
As I talked about on that last rotation, the best team in the game at breaking Church. Saying your prayers, Simp and aBeZy are coming as now we find the break on through. Is it going to be there for the side of FaZe? LA Thieves have really started to leak some points, but look at this 4-man stack. 1 up top, 3 down low. Let's see how it works out. Cellium first one through the door. He will fall. It's a 2-for-2 trade. Cellium will then go. It's only Arcitys who can do anything for the side of FaZe. Still alive and kick it. And there it's 3 for Arcitys. Can he find 4? Not quite. But the damage has already maybe done as FaZe have found a way through.
They're still in here at the moment, but Envoy gets a little bit of time on aBeZy. Simp is now coming in. The blender is starting. Envoy coming through. Kenny getting him in there at the same time. LA Thieves wrest control of Church back into their hand. 24 seconds left to go. Maybe one last roll here by FaZe, and Envoy pushes it out. Keep an eye. Somebody's going to go P5.
They're going to start thinking about it in a second. Thieves is the best team at breaking that one. Will not worry necessarily too much, but they need to start worrying if FaZe pick up this scrap time. Look at the spawn that's coming in from Thieves. Look at the map in the bottom left corner. It's Atlanta FaZe. First one's there and not in the lead for much longer, as Thieves will take that now, or only momentarily, didn't get in the final second. FaZe are there though. This could be it. But think back to so many games we thought of. FaZe have looked fantastic, but when we get to P1, things have collapsed. They'd like to close it here.
Oh, here we go. At the moment, Atlanta FaZe are holding. The stack of LA Thieves is coming through, but maybe not the kills. Kenny eventually finds aBeZy. Simp, though, is going to be there as well. They have to challenge him. He's found the first. Octane's going to go down, and Simp says thank you. All right, good night. Get out of here. Envoy finds 1 kill, but the seconds are draining from this game.
Thieves have got to find a way through. The push is now going to start coming on through, but it's all going to be shut down. It's only Envoy and Drazah who can really do anything. Envoy, Drazah, they're doing everything. Are they going to be able to find the last one in a Simp? The break is there for 20 seconds, but keep an eye on the minimap in the bottom left corner. This P1 rotation is make or break for so many teams. When it comes down to Vanguard, it comes down to Tuscan. The first ones there are Atlanta FaZe. They are going to have a solid lead. They are going to have the scrap time. Which way does this go? It's all thinking FaZe.
Does this happen now for FaZe? They've not had all the luck on this hardpoint before, but aBeZy is going to work. Drazah finds the first. There's only a few seconds left.
Gotta go.
They're going to try. They are going to try. Simp gets one. Arcitys gets another. Cellium gets another, and they've locked it down. Atlanta FaZe, the P5 to P1. It doesn't matter. And they take first blood in this series. Thieves start off fast, but it's not how you start. It's how you finish.
Some demons put to bed there for the side of FaZe. That will give them so much confidence throughout the rest of this series. How many times have we talked about that rotation and it not working out for them? So many times, but not as much as we talk about Cellium. 31-16 to kick off the winners bracket final here at Champs. It is an MVP-like performance from that young man, and it is no surprise whatsoever.
Yeah, and you got to kind of look deeper into the stats here, as we will do, because Kenny had a really good start and ended up slowing down. The slaying was there for FaZe. They put that throttle on, they hit the afterburners and never looked back.
I just want everyone to pay attention to the average damage per hill, how far ahead he is of absolutely everybody. That is obscene. What a game from Cellium. Oh, dude, you are, that is, it's chalked. It's chalked, brother. Sorry to tell you, but FaZe, my goodness. It was very much a really hot start from Thieves, but where we see a lot of their luck over towards P5 and P1, we didn't get to see it there, and we thought that would be really the catalyst for a win for them because of FaZe's struggles, specifically on those hills. But very much, as I said, the wrongs have been written by the side of the Atlanta FaZe this time around. And what was good from them as well, I want to say this, that Thieves seemed to be running away with it, but FaZe were never letting them get too far away, and I think that was important.
Yeah, obviously there's been a lot of VOD review here for FaZe. It's been one of those maps that hasn't always gone their way at the last few moments.
There was a lot of a heavier rotation, I want to say as well. There was a lot more members there a lot earlier, and I'm not too surprised considering.
Yeah, obviously one of the things you can fix coming through this as well, but there was always a little bit of fear to go P5 to P1 with Atlanta FaZe, but they were there, they got the kills, they locked it down. They did not allow LA Thieves, the Cinderella story, to come back into it. First blood here in this game, of course, and so much about these two teams has been spoken about coming forward. Obviously, LA Thieves won a major just 3 weeks ago. They were looking to come into this one on fine form. No more qualifiers, no more messing about. You come into the form you've already been in and lock it down. They have looked great so far. But Atlanta FaZe, this is more on the line for them than just getting into that final. This is a legacy. A lot of people have been talking about Atlanta FaZe. Are they the best team? They are the most consistent, but they haven't won a chip. I tell you something right now. If they win this chip at Champs, it changes how we look at the entire year.
It changes the perception, absolutely, because I think a lot of people right now will be looking at it as a failure, and I think if they don't get a chip, it will be seen as a failure. But if you're going to get one, well, I suppose it's probably Champs that you would pick, it has to be said. But it has been the consistency, it has been there all year long, but they haven't been consistently the best. They've consistently been there, and on average, yes, okay, they have been the best, but there's always been someone hitting form at the right time. Their form has kind of been second best all the way through. I wonder if it is this weekend that things will possibly change. To me, I feel like some of the performances have looked maybe just a step above of what we have seen. There has been close games, but there's been that ice. aBeZy's playing well. Simp has never lost a game at Champs on LAN. They have Cellium. I mean, like, what else could you possibly need? We have the conversation about FaZe so much. The desk, the casters, we all predict them to win because we look at their roster and there is no matchup that you say they should not win. There is no statistical matchup that you look at and say they shouldn't be able to do it.
You're sounding a lot like Nameless at the moment, dude. But
he's my inspiration and my hero.
The thing is, obviously, we're talking about these two. This is the winners' final. They haven't lost yet. I'm also thinking there are still some very big teams in this. Surge and OpTic are still here. They could still make that run all of the way. It is going to be tight every single step as we get towards that finish line. But yeah, a good performance there from FaZe. I will say a wonderful start from LA Thieves. That's what we were expecting coming into it. As soon as I saw Kenny go berserk, I thought that might have been the end. Like, oh my goodness, are Thieves just really going to run another team off the map?
I mean, it looked like how the game started against OpTic yesterday, didn't it? It was pretty much lights out from the word go from the side of the LA Thieves, but they could not keep up that pace. And FaZe just started twisting the screw that little bit quicker, finding the win, of course, on, as I said, the points that really do come on through for the side of Thieves for the most part over towards P5 and P1. That is where their bread is mostly buttered. But FaZe, as I said, righting the wrongs of that one. We'll be getting into map number 2 very, very shortly. But as I said, the map layout is very interesting as well. When When we talk about these two teams matching up, the 2 times that we've seen them go up against each other in New York, if you were to look at this map set, iLLeY and the gang on the desk said it right. It's not a one that is favorable to FaZe, but that map number 1 going their way will definitely be one to be looking forward to if you're a FaZe fan. It's that map number 4 that I do worry about just a little bit.
Yeah, and I think we really got to talk about the 2022 MVP, Cellium. There wasn't even a part, I remember earlier, and people were like, oh, maybe not the MVP, but truth being told, when you watch him this entire year, the statistics, they don't lie, the players, they don't lie. Obviously, that first map does not lie either, dropping a 1.94 to kick it off.
I mean,
that's pretty special.
Yeah, that's adding to his already 1.27 on average over the season on Tuscan Hardpoint. That's ridiculous stat line, considering who he's going up against as well. Considering how good Thieves have been looking. To put up those kind of numbers was something quite special, but that's the reason a lot of people voted. I voted him MVP as well. I just got to put that out there. I did as well. An absolute ludicrous performance, but he's going to have to keep that level. They cannot slow down here. This Thieves team are not just brilliant, they are resilient as well. Yes, okay, most of their games it looks like, I think we were kind of putting it back to what we see in the OpTic teams at major number 1. It kind of gave you that feeling, didn't it? They are not indestructible, but they very much are resilient, let's say.
Yeah, I think the pressure as well coming to this stage here. LA Thieves have already tasted victory. They are one of the hot favourites coming into this tournament. Atlanta FaZe, again, the pressure is completely on them. They're probably in their own head a little bit. A lot of people were talking about on social media and stuff about, has this team got the mental capacity to now actually go and get a win? They have come so close over and over again. Second, third. No first for them. LA Thieves have it. But both stories on both sides are fantastic. Yeah, obviously, Atlanta FaZe trying to find that chip. LA Thieves, everybody was saying blow it up. Everybody criticized the role change. Everybody criticized these players over and over again until they won a major. And coming into this, they are now one of the favorite teams. They are in the winners final. They are top 3.
I suppose, you know, at New York, did they have that pressure necessarily, I want to say? Was it nice to be going in there and thinking, oh, look here, we're in the grand final. Let's see if we can get the job done. Still got a small hill to climb though to get back into this series. We stay on Tuscan, we stay in this game. Into a search and destroy we go though. Looking towards it, Thieves, they like this map. Since stage number 4, Thieves 4-0. Those stats on your screen might be very similar, but as said, phase 2 and 3, Thieves 4-0 as of recent. Let's see if that is going to come into fruition here as we head into Tuscan once more. I'm looking to see what FaZe are going to do in terms of their game plan. They really do like to plant this bomb, and I wonder if the side of the LA Thieves are ready to deal with that.
Well, only one way to find out, and only time will tell. We jump on board the attacking team to begin with. It's LA Thieves and Drazah.
Yeah, looking for a bit of info there. They may well get some. Sends it out, and that's exactly why Envoy's backed on down. Look at the side of FaZe. They've got aggressive, and Envoy's been there ready and dealing with it. aBeZy will fall for v3.
Now a little bit more difficult here for Atlanta FaZe, losing a little bit of match control, trying to figure this one out. Cellium really wants to get a kill back and bring it back to a 3 versus 3, but Thieves are playing this patient.
Taking their time here, they know they have the numbers advantage, and there's Octane. Just making that a little bit easier for them. Cellium will answer back, hellish shots coming in from him. 3v2 now. Plenty of control here for the side of the LA Thieves. Good start to this map would be crucial to their potential comeback. Of course, still only 1 down, but I said, a lot of map control in their favor.
They've just got to play this patient. For a little bit of a pay, but it's not going to work out. There's only McKenny left on as he finds one, but he's been chowed and taken down. First blood for the Thieves, and it comes off of a first blood by Envoy. He opened up the map for them, and they managed to convert.
There we go, from Octane down the outside. See you later, Simp, and that thing makes things so much easier in a 4 versus 2. I actually thought for 1 second there that it was Drazah who jumped off the bomb site. Oh, sorry, it was Octane who jumped off the bomb site to help his teammate out. In the end, that bomb goes down, the trade comes through. Thieves doing an attacking round. And as I said, when it comes down to FaZe, one of the teams who really do like to get this bomb down. When you talk about Tuscan, it's not one that we see that happen too much in, but they are the #1 team in terms of getting the bomb down. The #1 team in 4v3s, the Manelli and 3v4 there. Sniper doesn't hit, but once again, passiveness.
Envoy trying to make a move. Is he going to find a little bit of a gap? He takes the shot, but almost takes his life. Simp's going to get Drazah as well, and now he's trying to get out of it. Envoy is running for his life. And this time, Atlanta FaZe had the first blood.
That could have went 1 or 2 ways off, but Envoy just runs into the grenade. He's dead to rights. Well, on the FaZe now in a 4 versus 2 of their own. The best team in terms of those 4 versus 3s and converting them. It's looking like they will do so here. Octane may well just slow things down. aBeZy weak, very weak and dead. 3v2.
It's a good nade, slows them down as well. They're going to know where that bomb is going to be. And Cellium is going to take down Octane before he can do anything. Can Kenny find this 1 versus 3 ton?
They're seeing him. You can see he's already checking the middle. Cellium set up. Shots were good from Kenny, but Cellium ready and waiting. Good job from FaZe. And again, both the two teams playing a very similar game in the first attacking rounds that we've seen from both of them. Sitting back, waiting for the picks to fall their way. Really good job, and I think, you know, it comes down to if Envoy finds that first kill, it's a very much a bit different as Drazah is in there to back him up. Shots don't land, has to get out, and both of them pay with their lives. Ultimately a FaZe round due to the failed aggression on the defense from the side of Thieves, 1 apiece.
Well, this time, it's going to be LA Thieves looking for it, and Octane again with this sniper. One of the things you've got to bear in mind, Atlanta FaZe is going to know this is happening. They're going to have to play around it pretty much the entire game, unless they go for a counter snipe. There is going to be a little bit of a fight going maybe towards mid. But Atlanta FaZe look to get in a better position.
Let's see if aBeZy slips the net here. An interesting position if you're a FaZe fan. Chooses to go the other way and catches them with the pants down. Envoy will have to fall back down and spectate for the rest of this round, but it's a 4v3 for FaZe as mentioned. They are so efficient when it comes down to these. Advantage towards them usually ends up being around.
And now, if you're LA Thieves, you're going to try and figure this one out. How do we wrest control back of this map? You can see Atlanta FaZe are playing it very passive. They are waiting for the mistake.
Yeah, they're waiting for the mistake or the urgency to move. They're happy to do a 4v3 retake, but now going to run into Kenny. He finds one, simple answer back, 3v2, 2v2, good shots from Octane.
And this is one of the things they have to be careful of now. How do they deal with it? How do they get back into it? They don't have top fire control, and Drazah's there. Drazah has held that one down, and Cellium is worried. He's going to see Octane, though. Down to a 1 versus 1. He's worried. He's worried. Where on earth is he? Trying to figure this out, and Cellium has gone high, but he's picked wrong. Drazah goes all the way through church. And that is an outplay. LA Thieves lock it down.
Yeah, really good round from the side of Thieves. Had a disadvantageous situation from the get-go, and they get the job done nonetheless. Really nice play from Drazah. Of course, Broken was such a popular spot at the beginning of the game. Once that bomb is down, he wraps around, gets the angle back. Knows he has the time as his teammate has found that information by, well, just dying, but nonetheless, the information was gained, and he used it to his best advantage. Thieves 2-1 to the good now. He's back onto the attack here, that grenade in the middle, Arcitys. You have to back on down, info is there. Envoy also tagged up, so they know he's here, but do they know where FaZe are right now? Kenny has to be ready and waiting, and they haven't found him at all. It's an easy kill for him. Isn't going to be able to find a second, 3v3.
We see names going away from LA Thieves as well. They know this is going to be going down soon, and they're trying to figure out whether they can, and Simp takes the corner, but doesn't matter. Big snap on Octane, runs to the back, and Cellium gives them a little bit of a poke. Nothing going down for them yet here. Will be full control for Atlanta FaZe.
And look at the patience once again from FaZe. You think that kill comes through, just get the bomb down immediately there. Dotting their I's, crossing their T's. That bomb is now down 3 versus 2.
They're trying to take one side of this, make sure they've got their defense locked. LA Thieves need to find a pick, need to find a bit of a break to try and get some control back. And Simp throws a shoulder. It's going to be a trade coming through. Envoy gets the first, looking for the second. He knows where Arcitys is going to be. It's now 1 versus 1. Cellium at the back of the shells. It's not going to work. Atlanta FaZe have it locked. Maybe a little bit eager after Cellium was already lasered in.
Yeah, that's the one that you've got to back down from if you're Envoy. But hindsight's obviously a wonderful thing. Cellium ain't backing down from that one himself. The bullets land first. And FaZe starting to stretch away a bit of a lead here now. Oh, it's actually 2-2.
I was going to say,
I'm like just thinking they should have won last round, but nonetheless, here we are, 2-2. Lock in, lock in.
And this is it. This could help dictate how this is going to go. We have said excellence has been both of these teams' very recent form. Envoy's going straight out of the top, though. He's kicking himself out of Broken. And it will be traded back to 3 versus 3. Octane finds another. Advantage now for the Thieves. It's a bold play, but it plays out.
I tagged someone as well on grenade. Now for the side of Thieves. Making their way over towards his side. FaZe still not too bad of a position here. I wonder if the utility is there for them to help themselves out. Don't believe they'll have too much. But now for Thieves, it's about, again, just making sure everything's cleared out, making sure you have that control. Maybe waiting for FaZe to misstep themselves. Well, knowing this team, That doesn't happen very often. Kenny now going to move over towards the site. Arcitys gets some shots in, has to back on down, needs help.
Doesn't have anywhere to go. He needs his teammate to back him up. That bomb has gone down. Thieves still in control here completely. They have the numbers, they have the position. They just need to win a gunfight or hold firm.
And I like that from Thieves. They could have chased the kill on Arcitys, but now that bomb is down. It forces the two-man to have to spring into life. Octane ready and wait and sees him and just backs on down. Chooses not to go for the gunfight, doesn't need to. Time is the ultimate here for the side of FaZe. Can't get it done, still a 2v3.
They can't, and Kenny's gonna try to look this one down. He gets the first on the second, though. Cellium's alone, and down he goes. LA Thieves, patient, cool, calm, collected. They made FaZe work for that, and time was killing them, and they couldn't get the trades either. Somebody's had a very, very strict word with them about ego trailing. Absolutely do not put yourself in a position to lose that.
Yeah, I don't think if you're going to do it against anyone, it's FaZe. You do not do it against them. Absolutely not. Thieves very much a lot more drilled there, weren't they? It's not like the previous round where we've seen the challenge from Envoy, although that sort of situation, you're always kind of going to go for it. Nonetheless, Thieves, 2 rounds in a row. Good job from them now.
Can LA Thieves bring this to a 4-2? Hold this defense. At the moment, Atlanta FaZe, the nades have gone out. Some tactical. Cellium's going to find the first blood, though. Octane has gone down top church. Could Envoy be the issue? Not a great position in terms of Thieves' trades. They don't need to trade that effectively if Envoy can get it out. And it's all gone a bit quiet.
I remember one of the best aces we've seen this year come from this position from Envoy. Are they going to check it here? Yes, they are. Kenny will find the kill on the other side, but Arcitys very aware of that position that Envoy likes to play. Now a 2 versus 3. Need to try and find a PK for your Thieves, but look at this ballsy play coming in from Drazah. He expected very much the case to be him. Arcitys will trade it out to V1.
Here comes Kenny, looking for that punch, though. He's going to be there. And Cellium's not going to give him an inch. Bomb's now going to be down. 4 health for Kenny. He knows where one player is going to be. He wants that kill. He wants the opportunity to push forward. And Cellium is not going to give it to him. Cellium is going to take him straight back down. We go tied again.
It's such a tight game. Both teams sharing the first bloods at 3 apiece, sharing the rounds at 3 apiece. The difference maker here on the map when you're talking statistics is that man on your screen. An 8-3 from Cellium so far.
He ain't having it. He ain't having it in this series. He refuses to even succeed a little bit for them. And again, we go into it neck and neck, these two teams, trying desperately to find the advantage. Cellium already found him up broken, and Octane's going to get away with it. Nade's coming in from Arcitys as well. And again, Atlanta FaZe go passive.
Waiting for the push here on the outside. Arcitys trying to answer back to what Octane's been able to do, but a little army crawl from Envoy is not going to work out. aBeZy ready and waiting, first blood, and they can smell that blood in the water now as Simp and Co. Start to push forward. The shots are not there from aBeZy, and no backup from his team. It's a misstep from FaZe, a rare one at that.
I was going to say, Kenny looks like he might be in a good position. He's alone, they don't know where he is. There's just gunfights going down everywhere around the bomb site. Still a 3 versus 3. Arcitys looking, trying to find out. Octane gonna get caught as well. Cellium's got him. But now the man of the moment.
Oh, the time and the time. Oh, on a second. 2 versus 2. Oh, Kenny's taking a lot of people on Tuscan. That might be one of the worst ones I've ever seen.
Surely not. Surely Atlanta FaZe haven't just lost this round because of it. Kenny's now looking, trying to figure this one out as well. There's Cellium. Cellium goes down. And Simp is left alive in a 1 versus 2.
They've got to do something. There's 14 seconds left on the clock. What does Simp do? He goes for the challenge. There's Drazah. Oh my goodness me! How on earth have Thieves won that?
A 2 versus 3 clutch. And it comes on the back of Kenny. He's shot on the side. 6 health. Arcitys gets nothing but disgraced. Yeah, that may be one of the worst of the year, and it happens at the end.
I honestly think that Arcitys thinks he's dead. It's not necessarily that he's missed a lot. He's shot, thinks, I killed him. We've all done it. But on this kind of stage, that's one that you may well go on to rue. Kenny with 2, Drazah with 2, LA Thieves with the lead.
They're going to need a bit of a regain coming through, but it will be the first blood. Simp has found it. Puts LA Thieves back on the back foot. Octane gets one back though, those nades paying out.
Going to try and right the wrongs of the previous round. Arcitys will have a chance as he's still alive and kicking, and he's all the way at the back of the map. He's like, I don't want that smoke no more. Rest of the team now, trying to find a break on through. Look at this setup from Thieves. We're not playing Hardpoint anymore, boys. They're ready and waiting for it, though. They're all lining up here for Kenny. He's going to fall. Envoy's there for the trade. Arcitys in a 1v2.
I'm trying to stay alive here as well, and Arcitys is running for his life. It's not going to pay out. LA Thieves get one more on the board. It's 5-3. And I cannot believe it's coming to this. LA Thieves are the technically statistically favored team on this map, but there is no kind of accounting for what we've seen so far. Can they find one more round, or can FaZe find the composure?
Feels like all composure has momentarily been lost from FaZe there. Things not working out in their favor. That turn-on may well be the turning point in this game. Look at this aggression now coming in from the side of Thieves. We said that FaZe had smelled blood in the water, and Envoy wants to capitalize. Arcitys ready and waiting. Knowing that the tails are maybe up from Thieves, FaZe very patient, very ready.
Oh, this is where they need to not give away a return kill. It has happened a few times, and Octane almost catches that.
Oh, we've seen every second of that grenade, and Octane survives.
Cellium. This is the man with the information. Already put a few bullets in the Drazah, backs out, refusing to give them any opportunity to trade it. Kenny challenges. Simp takes him down. A 2 versus 4. This is all going to be Wolfpack. The bomb is a million miles away. How do LA Thieves recover this round?
Yeah, this is a really tough one. We've seen a couple of crazy situations go the way of Thieves. So far as Search and Destroy them. Well, that's a good start. Drazah will find aBeZy. But Simp now patrolling. I don't think they knew that the bomb was down that way either, and Thieves have trekked across the map, but they're going to run into Simp in mid-map as well. Ready and waiting for the second. Is he going to find it on Octane? Yes, he is. That man hasn't lost the series of champs, and he doesn't want that to be spoiled at all. 5-4 now.
One more round for FaZe, but still the mountain remains. Can they make this recovery? Can they take control of this S&D away from LA Thieves? We'll have to find out for them. First blood's being very, very crucial so far. Here it goes, FaZe on the attack.
The aggression coming through once more. Thieves going to be ready here to wait for it. Yes, they are. Envoy takes down aBeZy, who's having a rotten time here on Search and Destroy Tuscan. Not working out for him. 4 versus 3 for Thieves now.
They have control of the map. They have the numbers. Every opportunity to put this one to bed. Wait, little squirt. I think one boy's going to know. Simp is looking for him as well, and here's just ever so close, but Simp can't go for it. Almost. Thank you very much. That's what's known as a bait and switch. A 2 versus 4 now for Atlanta FaZe to stay in this S&D.
This will be something they're going to find. Oh, no, they're not! Arcitys! No, I think he left his pad and his thumbs in map 1.
Well. If it isn't the consequences of the actions, we are now tied up in a winners bracket final. LA Thieves and Atlanta FaZe have 1 round apiece.
It has to be said, there's a couple of moments in that game, if you're the side of FaZe, cannot happen. The biggest of stages, these are these moments that can make the difference. The LA Thieves take those moments and run with them. 1-1. aBeZy had a horrible game, but as mentioned, Arcitys had his moments where he could have closed out a couple of kills. That one at the end, look, okay, I don't think it would have amounted to much, but it's still, you have to go back to that moment. Kenny turns on back Church, and Kenny, 1,400 damage. A big reason as to why Thieves will tie this series up.
Yeah, and we did say going into this one, technically, obviously, LA Thieves were the favourite team. There was no accounting for what actually happened during the rounds, though, and we'll have to find out as it continues into the next one. But in control, but all tied up here in the winners bracket final. No losses yet for these teams.
No, not quite there yet. Control, though, is super important. When we're going to be heading into a map number 4, we are going to see a Berlin Hardpoint. The record speaks for itself in terms of Thieves. They've looked so much better over this final stage at that map in particular, and I think you're a FaZe fan, you're worried about that.
They certainly are. Well, we'll have to wait for map number 4, because map number 3 is going to be first. Obviously, the stakes for this game are sky high. The ticket to the grand final remains open. the chance to move closer to glory, to the rings, to the legacy. Everything remains on the line, and neither of these two teams are going to give an inch. Who wins? Who knows? I'm here for the journey and I'm ready for it. We'll see you right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Mountain Dew and Zenny. Armor your eyes with Blocks gaming glasses starting at $24 by visiting zenny.com/CDL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League Championship Weekend. We are currently in our winners final. Two undefeated teams, LA Thieves and Atlanta FaZe, are throwing down on our main stage in the Garden Center. One of these teams goes forward and one of them goes down, but that remains to be written. 3 more maps are ready to go. But of course, of course, before we go forward, we have to go back. Here is our scuff play of the game. Ton, this is the clutch round.
I've never seen anything like this quite in my life. Yes, okay, we've seen Kenny on the flank, but Arcitys, oh, you gotta finish your dinner, son. Doesn't get the job done. Kenny finds another kill. Gets down to 4 HP both times, and Drazah finishes it off for him.
I had to give a little bit of credit to Arcitys there, obviously not finishing the kill, but it was made and compounded by the fact that Kenny went on to get one of his teammates. It was just, we've all had it done. We've turned away from shooting somebody thinking they're dead, and Kenny doesn't miss in those scenarios, and Dr. Arcitys feels bad, but wasn't the only kind of, like, a little bit of a bad player. I think aBeZy had a really bad map in the S&D as well. He'll be looking to redeem himself in the control. Who takes the lead in this series? That is the question. As control moves forward, Ton, and then FaZe have kind of got stats everywhere.
Yeah, stats everywhere. A lot of them belonging to Cellium. On 1.82, this man is a walking highlight reel. He's going to need to be good here, though. Heading into control phase. 2-0 on this map in particular in stage 4. Thieves 4-1. A very, very solid record for both two teams. And I believe this one is a lot more crucial for the side of FaZe. With the map number 4 coming up, where we stay on Berlin, we go to Hardpoint. That is a map that everybody in this room here will be favoring for Thieves. This is crucial for the side of Atlanta FaZe.
Here comes the first push. You can see at the moment, it's a big push by FaZe to defend what they expect is coming from LA Thieves.
See if they can get something going here. Simp is going to get taken down. If you're Thieves, it's very patient once more. We're going to find the kills, clearing out the backside as best as they possibly can. No flank quite coming in at this moment in time. The front door is what's being broken open now. Right now, though, Drazah, Kenny find the kills. aBeZy behind. He's already dead and they're in.
Well, that's a lot at the moment. That first tick is going up already, and Atlanta FaZe probably see no way back into this one. Can they make a kill? Can they get the grenades through? The problem is that second tick is coming already, and there are just so many bodies to get past. Last chance here for FaZe. They have to go in. They have to try and make something to get the fire. The FaZe is going to get one as well. The tick is so close. Drazah's left alone. They actually hold it.
They managed to hold it, but is the damage already done? 2 ticks go over, and that's a really good example of one of the stats that we've got here. FaZe are one of the worst teams in the game with early captures. In terms of average hold time and not letting any ticks come through on some of these points, they are the worst team in the game at it. These early breaks are costing FaZe, and it may well cost them later on in the game.
Arcitys not going to get able to finish that one, but it doesn't matter. At the moment, FaZe have stabilized. And we game planning this one out, making sure nobody gets in the ticket. The danger here for FaZe is if they make a misstep with only 1 tick remaining on A, it is a very daunting prospect.
Yeah, 1-4 down and the round may well be over, but if you are the side of FaZe pushing forward, keeping Thieves away from it as long as you possibly can is going to be the job. Pushing in through towards B though, FaZe want to try and disrupt this as best as they can. It is going to go over towards the side of the LA Thieves though. They locked that one in.
Well, here come the Thieves. They're going to try and do this. Arcitys already takes down Envoy. The flank's coming in. You can see through fire as well. Kenny's found one. Players spread all over the map here, looking for the right trades.
You can see them taking their time here. They know they need one decent push. And they have plenty of time to set them up, but they might not have much time now. Kenny is going to survive, and I feel like that's crucial. If you FaZe, you find everybody, you push forward. The fact that Kenny is here, you're going to deal with them, they do. But for all that, they could have pushed up further. Good job from Kenny.
Going to find this, he knows exactly where this is coming through as well. It's called out to aBeZy. Envoy's going to be super weak, and eventually Drazah's going to find him. At the moment, FaZe are doing a good job of just keeping on the back foot. But a single set of trades could go wrong for them at any moment. Arcitys will be one of the key players here in the ticket. There'll be a push actually going forward. I think it needs help. Arcitys going to turn. Kenny's actually made his way through. I think it's going up surely, and FaZe has to go!
You have to answer. You have to answer. Kenny's ticking it up all on his own. The rest of the Thieves are on the way. If you're aBeZy, you're coming up, but you need to get inside the point. Somebody needs to contest it. There's a team kill coming on through. Kenny walks through the front door, says, "This house is mine." And FaZe, they lose the first round.
And this is what we said. The damage was devastating. A single slip, a single mistake, and they were going to lose that round. And Kenny said, all right, I'll wander in myself, make 1 kill and hide.
It stems from the beginning, straight away. If you don't have those 2 ticks coming through initially, then FaZe are in a much better position to be able to defend that. They kind of defaulted to what you do in that situation in terms of getting off the flank there as well, stopping reinforcements, helping that player out who's inside the point. But you need to stop them a lot quicker though. You need to get in there. You've lost 2 points already. FaZe going for the same tactic though. Straight through the front door, straight away. Trying to find something over towards that A site. They've got 4 members still alive. Only Drazah there on his own.
Can he stay alive and hold this for long enough? He's going to not find it. Cellium takes down Arcitys. aBeZy gets Drazah eventually. 2 players from FaZe are now going to be in. but the bodies are not there. They have to take a step back and regain. And Cellium is going to get caught as well. Oh, somehow still alive. I thought he was going to die there at the same time, but Octane takes down Simp, and there's still the pressure coming from Atlanta FaZe. They want this, but they have found nothing.
And a lot of ARs manages to push down Tick inside here. Wouldn't surprise me if they look to try and get some trains control, but aBeZy may well slow that down himself. There's a big gunfight going on in the middle of the map there, actually. If aBeZy can keep this one running, it makes things a little bit more difficult. But over towards B, Kenny is reaping once more. 9 and 5 from him.
Continuing to be a problem. He knows he can stick and move and force Atlanta FaZe to deal with him. aBeZy gets one here, and Kenny could be a key player. Shutting down the reinforcements, fine. Cellium as well. Looking for them. You know Atlanta FaZe are trying to get through. aBeZy gets a kill. Kenny gets another. No reinforcements for FaZe as they have to go through Kenny.
Yeah, he's doing the job that FaZe tried to do when they had 2 ticks already lost on A. But now Thieves pushing through the front door. Can they find the kills? Kenny is on a 5 spree. They're being traded. Cellium will find him. Still the pressure is there from FaZe, but they only have 25 seconds remaining.
Well, normally you'd think they'd go B, but they're not. FaZe are committing to this. The first tick is going in. They want this, and they want it done now.
It's a lot of utility that's not done very much here, Brycey. Thieves are going to have to find the kills the good old-fashioned way.
There's a lot of nades actually raining through. Kenny managed to get one through the window as well. Kenny's going to try and get through. Octane gets another.
Gotta go B here if you're FaZe, because you're starting to lose the gunfights inside of A.
Well, aBeZy's trying to stay alive. Turns 2. Envoy gets it back there in the end, though. Simp's going to be here. Is he going to try and chow? He is! Not going to work out. Octane locks him down. And it will be a B for FaZe. They now need to jump in. 24 seconds remaining. And you can breathe.
Yeah, Thieves are going to challenge this, though, because they know that time. There's not much to talk about. They know they're down in lives, so it may well not be worth the risk. You can see they're sending one player towards it, Drazah. What magic can he work? The rest of the team are here, actually. Drazah's going to find one. aBeZy needs to go big here for the team. They need to lock in B as quick as he can. They've got nobody inside of it. 15 seconds or so to go.
FaZe have to move. They've got 4 ticks, but they don't want it. They want even more than that. They're going to try and put pressure everywhere on the map. There are FaZe members spread out. This is going to be the first push for them. Are they going to find anyone? Drazah's going to go into the ring, and he's going to get it down. Envoy, Arcitys, aBeZy, Kenny! They've locked them out.
Yeah, they're inside of B, though. Kenny's going to go. Can he stop this from happening here? Cellium will be the first on the chopping block. It's the second Simp, not quite. Octane is there, though. He does it for them, and that is the round. Great stout defense from the side of Thieves. And for me, I think FaZe, they spent so much time in A because it was teasing them. It almost felt like they had some sort of just one foot in the door at all stages. Couldn't quite get that second one through. They spent so much time on it, and they don't have enough time to secure B. aBeZy's having a hell of a map number 2, but it is not quite enough. Arcitys 7 and 12, Simp 7 and 14. We never see those kind of numbers from him.
And I think we're going to put a lot of emphasis on Kenny in that round. Like I said, slowing it down, never giving FaZe the numbers they really wanted to get into A. And now Thieves want to put this one down right here. Envoy going to try and make a move. They know they're going to be playing this already. It's even Arcitys. They're going to completely wipe this one out, and Drazah goes down as well. FaZe says you are not putting us out that fast onto it.
Yeah, now it's the Thieves are in a bit of a difficult spot here. The overcommitment over towards B side. FaZe are fine with that. You can see them set up towards trains. It just makes things more difficult over towards A. And here come the reinforcements. Cellium accurate as ever. Able to deter Thieves for maybe just a moment. Push going to start coming on through, but FaZe ready here and waiting.
Push. Thieves come straight back into it as well, but aBeZy is not going to allow them. And look at this spread going through. It looks like Atlanta FaZe are trying to do exactly what LA Thieves did to them just a second ago, but give them nothing.
See where Kenny is, ready to cut off the head of the snake as they come back in and the reinforcements flow through from FaZe. But aBeZy really has been the man here for the side of FaZe, albeit them being 2-0 down is not helping. But it's 22 and 13. If he can keep this up, they've got a chance still.
Octane, reads aBeZy there, very, very easy, holds it down, and it looks like FaZe probably won't commit an awful lot more to this as they end up getting wiped here, but keep an eye, Kenny could be an issue. They're looking for him to Arcitys just found him, and that is a very quick shoulder. Decides he doesn't want any of it.
Shoulder and a bullet as well.
Atlanta FaZe have to find him.
Cellium should be dead right here, but gets away, goes for the turn. Oh my goodness. Oh, you've got to remember who they're playing against yet.
There are no easy gunfights.
Never, never, ever. But here we go, Thieves now. The objective has to be A. The life deficit is in the favor of the side of FaZe, and it's going to go further in their favor as well. 3 kills now. Momentarily, it's only Kenny left alive, and not for much longer. What is this from aBeZy? So much better, and now the pressure is on. Oh my God!
Envoy eventually going to find 2 of himself here, but they are still going to be spawning quite a way away. They don't have the numbers either. Cellium gets another one onto the board here. 50 seconds for the LA Thieves. Looks like Atlanta FaZe are just trying to slay them as heavily as possible. Bear in mind, there's still a mountain for them to go. They have to hold this defense and then win an attack just to tie the game.
Here come the Thieves though. One gunfight opens the door ever so slightly. You can see aBeZy watching the flank, but nobody's watching the front door. They managed to find a way through. Nobody on the flank here for the side of FaZe. Thieves are in, FaZe have to retake.
This might be it already. That first tick is rocking its way through. Kenny and Octane gets him as well. Cellium has no health, no reinforcements. He needs friends, and he needs gunfights. That second tick's going, the third tick's coming. Cellium has to jump through the door as well. They're waiting too long. LA Thieves, 3-0 on the control. It was hesitant. FaZe knew they needed the numbers, they knew they needed the opportunity, but none presented itself. LA Thieves flipped a switch, 3-0 on the control, both attacks and a defense, and they go into the lead in this series.
Sensational work from the side of Thieves. They give themselves a lead in this series, Priestahh, heading into their best map. And that has got to be a dagger for FaZe. They were nowhere to be seen. aBeZy feels like he was the only one who actually spawned in. FaZe, though, through that final round, was solid all the way, but it was just control on Berlin in a nutshell. You lose 1-4 down, you can very easily lose the round.
So, it's very easy in Call of Duty to say bad things about the losing team, but I want to be positive because I think LA Thieves played it very, very well. They knew where their execution was going to be. There was an opportunity there for FaZe. They were slaying heavily. LA Thieves did not have the lives, but what they did have is the break. And once you let a team like LA Thieves get into that point, they were going to lock it down. And also, they put a lot of bodies in there. And the issue with that is it removes options from FaZe. It doesn't give them the time to stack. It doesn't give them the time to get the nades where they want to be. And LA Thieves just played it great.
Kills just flew through at the right time, didn't they? It's one of those moments, though, when you see a couple of your teammates go down, if you're FaZe, you can't afford to die in those defensive situations. Really just heads-up play from Thieves at every single moment. I mean, look, this was the round, wasn't it? Look at the highlights that were going through our FaZe, just smoking Thieves. All of a sudden, there's 4 dead. Your man on the flank dies as he's trying to push around. I think it was aBeZy trying to get the pinch. Cellium does a great job here, but you've got to get inside the point. You've got to stop that time. No opportunity was presented, as you said. And a 3-0 sweep for the side of LA Thieves will give them so much confidence. A 2-1 lead, heading into a Berlin hardpoint. It is dream scenario for the side of Thieves. They are 1 map away from a champs final.
Well, who knows? I mean, we haven't had that many game 5s recently, but maybe we go back. I don't really know, to be fair, but I do know that these two teams are putting everything into this. Guaranteed top 2 for whoever makes it further forward. And I don't know who to pick. I feel like a lot of people are now thinking Thieves.
I think a lot of people were thinking Thieves before this as well. I think, you know, the great equalizer in all the stats and the maps that we see and the games these two teams have played up against each other is the fact that it does not matter when you're against FaZe. You could have beaten them 3 times in the last 3 times you played them, and they could still come out and smoke you. It has not been the case so far. Thieves right now will be looking at this next map, and the records over this season in general speak volumes. FaZe are 0-4 in stage 4 on Berlin hardpoint. Thieves at 5-2. That is a bad tale, but at the same time, you would never ever count out FaZe still. You cannot do that against a team like FaZe.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, after watching this weekend, I don't count anyone out.
Never.
We've gone all the way to game 5s multiple times. We've seen upsets, we've seen thrills, spills, and everything in between. The tail of the tape will be this. LA Thieves need 1 more map to send themselves to a grand final. Atlanta FaZe need 2. Berlin favors Thieves. Massive. FaZe, maybe a little bit of pressure now mounting, a little bit of sweat down the spine, a little bit of worry that this is going to happen again. You can take a look at the statistics here for Hardpoint Ton.
Let's have a look at it. Overall, the record lies with the side of Thieves. Still losses there, the KD tied actually. I mean, that's a bit of a surprising one, but the whole percentage, the break percentage, the average point difference, all point towards the Thieves win. It has been a struggle for FaZe, which is a surprise to say, because you look at this team, you would think they would be able to get the job done. How good FaZe have been years gone by. Vanguard has been a peculiar puzzle for a couple of these teams, and no more than a team like FaZe Loading in just a second. My goodness me, it is really all to do for our current champions.
It certainly is. The fist bumps have been bumped. The pep talks have been done. And the map is now loading. We go into Berlin again. Different game mode, maybe different result. We'll have to find out for it. Here are the stats for it, and you can see at the moment LA Thieves aren't really winning the slaying game, but hey, scoreboard, baby, scoreboard.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. I mean, look, if we were to point out at a time where we say that KD, yes, okay, it does make a difference, but is it the be-all and end-all? Not quite. But the stats this time around for this map do not lie. The crowd say run it up. They know they are in the ascendancy of the LA Thieves. Can they get the job done here on Berlin?
Well, let's get right into this one. We're in a P1. It will be Anna FaZe with the favoured side here. And here comes the pressure from LA Thieves. Looking to break already. aBeZy gets that first nade going down. He's going to push it out as well. Looking to try and catch anybody he goes for. Octane gets away from him at the same time, but still, the score goes towards him. But I say that, and it's 3 down.
Arcitys trying his best to do something about it. How many times have we talked about it when it does come down to stats? The team that starts on the better side most of the time are winning Berlin. This time around, though, FaZe are broken far too easily. That is usually a banker of at least 20 and 30 points for the side of the team that do spawn there. But Thieves find a breakthrough. They find a rotation there in 15 seconds as well.
And Anna FaZe going for the scrap time now. They're going to try and get every single bit of it they can. 10 seconds left. They have the numbers and they have the gunny. They've managed to get back into it. Kenny is going to try and get a few kills as they go for this rotation. And speaking of which, he actually does find Simp in the end. Cellium a step too far, but the rotation will be LA Thieves.
It is there for the side of Thieves. Kenny just being annoying, being a nuisance as best as he can. But FaZe, can you find the breakthrough here? Over towards P2. Thieves ready and waiting here. Bryce, FaZe need a good break.
They're looking for it, they're going to apply the pressure. Cellium with that first one. You can see them already trying to swarm into this point. They have found their way through. Envoy can still be alive. They find Simp. And it's already going to be a big wipe. LA Thieves playing this spectacularly against them. Envoy 5 and 1. And they have locked that one down. The spawns have flipped.
Yeah, and Thieves will want to stay exactly where they are. Kenny says, thank you very much. Let's start that main course. The dessert not quite lining itself up yet. We'll have a little rest before that one. Cellium, there you go. Not quite. Going to start finding the kills. Dockside control is there for the side of FaZe. It's not necessarily where they want to be. They want to try and find a break as soon as they can.
Well, they're pushing out. He knows players will be looking for him at the same time. He jumps around. Eventually, it's all going to be scoreboard at the moment. The kill feed is all Thieves. Drazah just going to leave that one for a second as the scrap time pops down. You can see they have the rotation here, the LA Thieves. Trying to convert what is a good lead at the moment into an incredible one. Can they hold against FaZe?
Big moment here for Octane down on the outside. The man with the leading KD when it does come down towards the LA Thieves on this map specifically. He needs to get things going. His team in the lead though, he will care very much little. 2 kills going to come in down that outside though. Shots being traded, Emma just staying alive. The rest of the team now coming in for backup as well. The kills all going Thieves' way, and it's a brilliant hold so far.
It is, and they've actually managed to flip the spawns back again. LA Thieves are going to be away with this one. And you can see Atlanta FaZe probably a little bit unsure what to do. Do we try and go through this bottleneck? No, it's going to be the answer. They have to go for the rotation. Thieves are breaking 100 points. Atlanta FaZe still at 32.
Envoy doesn't give them a choice, just pushes forward. Says, oh, you want to try and push through tickets? I'm already here, ready and waiting. 8 kills to his name. Looking to add a 9th. As now Thieves make their way through Dockside. This needs to be a good hold from the sides of FaZe. Look at that scoreline. It is nearly 100 points the difference. FaZe need to find a good hold and they need to find it quick.
Envoy will be the man for them. Can he find anything through? Finds Simp on the hill already. Goes out towards the back. He knows someone's going to be here. Arcitys eventually shuts him down, but Kenny gets the trade as well. Octane finds another. And Cellium, the only player from FaZe, trying to fight back into this one, but no points for FaZe.
Nothing working out in their favor right now. Thieves are just running through them like a hot knife through butter. Kenny is 12 and 7, continuing his MVP-like form, but here we go. FaZe find a break on through. There's one player left towards the back. That's going to be Octane. He will be a pain, but he is now dead. Spawn's now out for Thieves. That works out for FaZe. They need these right final few seconds here over towards P4 if they can, but they have the spawns where they want them for P5 and P1.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a big hold here coming in from FaZe. They haven't found one they wanted on to train. They will play around P5. The issue is going to be FaZe will need to get some points onto this one. They do not want to go even further behind, but they also have to hold the spawns. It is a monumental task here for FaZe.
Can they manage to lock this one down? Envoy, you sneaky little beaver. There's 2 more, he will fall. Doesn't really get too much from it. Maybe relieves a little bit of pressure for Thieves to now push out.
Well, they're going to press to this point as well. Like I said, they don't want to soak. They're going to continue to put the pressure on here as well. Go through ticket, but I will say this. Atlanta FaZe doing a good enough job at the moment. Still have the spawns, still have the opportunity.
Spawned over towards that side last time around. Cellium now pressing that issue. Big gunfight going on over towards P1. Now Kenny's going to win. The spawn comes in there for Thieves. They flip it themselves. The gunfight does not go the way for FaZe. And now time's being run up, but Cellium will find 2 very easily kills. 5 kills in a row for him. Look for the spawns. They're there for Thieves. 20 seconds to go on P5. It's perfect from them.
They just continue to do a little bit of damage here. Octane finds that last one as well, but Cellium has to be the man. At the moment, it's eventually going to go down to Kenny. It's all going to the Thieves at the moment. And now the push has to come from Atlanta FaZe. They did not find the time on P5. They did not find the rotation on the P1. They have not found the points. They have not found the kills. They need magic and they need a miracle.
They need something here, Bryce. It's nearly a 100-point deficit. Yes, it is Atlanta FaZe we're talking about, who are behind. They just can't seem to stop anybody at the side of Thieves.
Oh my goodness, we did not expect this kind of a scoreline. Cellium looking for the player he knows he's going to be here. Sees the gun barrel, says all right, Drazah. Oh, okay. Locks it down eventually. They're trying to get into the scrap time. It's now 170 to 56. The LA Thieves are still in P1.
They're still in P1. Envoy wins another gunfight. Now speaking to Shane, yesterday the coach that really was the guy that seems to have just brought this other side out from Thieves. I was saying, what's the game plan? He says, we run our own game. We work on things that stats are not influenced by. The elite teams do that. They are showing they're an elite team here. It is a 130-point lead for the side of Thieves.
They have the rotation. Can they find anything? Kenny continuing to work his magic, 21 and 11. And here comes the break. They're trying to put the pressure on him. Cellium already finds one. Kenny's going to be here as well as the rest of his team. Look at the kill feed. Who gets these trades through as well? Kenny just making sure nobody can breathe. And he finds a second. Kenny continuing to be a problem. 200 points now for the LA Thieves. Looking to end this in style.
It's Champs MVP. Like performance from Kenny right now. They've broke 200 points. FaZe are in danger of being a 100-point club tier on the main stage in the winners bracket final at Champs. Simp has never lost this series. I don't think I've seen him win a gunfight here. He's 5 and 18. Kenny ain't missing. He's 25 and 11. Thieves are truly running it up right now. Well, see you later, son.
That's a glide bomb. And that's a gunny 26 and 11 for Kenny. They continue to go through. Eventually, FaZe will break this scrap time. But it's scrap time. And it's behind. Here comes the rotation. Thieves are locked in.
Can they win it here? Heading over towards P3. It was a wonderful hold last time around, but is the dream going to be sold for Atlanta FaZe? Can they find a way through? It may well be here over towards P3, but Thieves are 20 seconds away from a Champs Grand Final.
Well, aBeZy's managed to find his way in here. Kenny's going to try and get this trade as well, and he does! And FaZe have to move. Kenny gets another one. Cellium will eventually get that one trade, but bodies are flying into this point. Octane gets 2. It's 15 seconds. FaZe, one last roll of the dice. The glide bomb is descending from the sky, and the time is going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! LA have stamped their tickets to the grand final. Atlanta FaZe have suffered defeat for the first time. And the stage is set here in the Garden Center. What a beating!
Stats don't account for not winning gunfights. That was sublime in the City of Angels for the LA Thieves. They will find themselves in a Champs Grand Final. And what a performance that was. They have orchestrated a turnaround like no other. A team that was told to blow it up so many times. And yet they have just dealt with Atlanta FaZe. They might as well be in Paris on that stage, to be frank. It was that one-sided in map number 4.
Running, gunning, no room to breathe for FaZe. LA Thieves are proving Major 4 was no fluke. They are proving everybody wrong. They have stayed the course. They have held their ground. And and it has paid out like nothing before. Guaranteed top 2. One more game for the championship.
I mean, you just do not see numbers like that. You never see numbers like that from Simp. Kenny at 30 and 40. I don't want to concentrate too much on FaZe. That was all Thieves. Every time we were watching a POV, they were doing the right thing on the map. They were locking everything down, and they had the gunny. Sometimes you just can't account for the gun running hot, and it was running right hot for the side of Thieves.
I don't really think any team wants to play them on Hardpoint at the moment. Obviously, FaZe took the first one, but since then, when they beat was skipped. The S&D could have been close, could have been the other way. Berlin control, all Thieves. Berlin Hardpoint, all Thieves.
All Thieves. That was just a sublime performance. Look, they turned it round in Major 4. They came in and did what we didn't really expect them to do and win that one. They have now, as you said, stamped their ticket to a Champs Grand Final in the advantageous position. They're the first ones there. And whoever is going to be there, the LA Thieves are going to be ready and waiting. My goodness me, what a performance.
Certainly is. Well, that's enough of us. It's time to send it down to the stage to be blazed with Envoy.
Thank you so much. LA, give it up one more time for the Thieves, making it to the grand finals here in their hometown. Envoy, this series, it looked easy here on the stage, but coming into it, you knew it wasn't going to be easy. Just going up against a team who hasn't lost up on land, but you guys take it in a 3-1 fashion. How did y'all get that done?
I mean, we feel great, man. What's really been our savior has been these Game 2 S&Ds. We've been able to bounce back in a lot of these series through, this tournament and Major 4. So that's been helping us. And the fact that, they let Berlin control, Berlin Hardpoint through, not the smartest decision.
Yeah, and that's what we can kind of see looking at the scores. Now, here towards the back end of the season, you guys have just been getting better. Last event, you win it through the loser side, but this time you make it into the grand finals for the winner side and get that map up. How do you guys feel about that, and how have you guys been progressing here towards the back end of the season? What's working?
I mean, we're just feeling super confident right now, and it's showing in the gameplay. We just really have been valuing our lives and having way better teamwork than everyone else, so that's like the key to victory for us is have good teamwork, and when the maps that we lose, we look back and like, hey, we just kind of broke down like first map, but like I said, those Game 2's been saving us.
Hey, them S&Ds there for the Thieves. And lastly, what would it mean to go back-to-back for the Thieves here in LA for this organization, for your squad?
Man, it means the world to all of us, so I appreciate everyone's support. You guys are the best, and we'll see you for grand finals.
Hey, that's going to do it for me and Envoy on the stage. He said he'll see you guys in the grand finals. Desk, break it down.
Well, welcome back to your game break presented by Prime Gaming. And Joe, listen, we had a long chat kind of leading into this about teams figuring out champs time. If you go back to like Envy and BO3, how many times it happened? Empire, I guess, years ago. Like, you just start to click, you figure the game out. We wanted to know if that was the case for Thieves. Kind of a resounding yes now?
Oh, I knew it. I'm gonna be honest, I knew it. I saw it at Major 4. They were just so good in respawns especially. But I love what Envoy said. I mean, map 2 is huge. If you look at Atlanta FaZe, they win that first map. The Atlanta FaZe we know, the last couple of years, usually they're winning that map 2, Search and Destroy. They're up 0-2 or 2-0 in the series. Things look different. Even if they go Berlin, then you have a map 5 Search and Destroy. I mean, who knows at that point? But yeah, I mean, it's just the strength of the map pool at the end of the year right now for LA Thieves. It's like, what do you veto? What do you play them on?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? We were talking about it before. They saw that beating on Gavutu that LA Thieves handed to OpTic in the last match. And they're like, okay, we are not going to play that Gavutu in this series. Put them in a tough spot, so they have to play the double Berlin. They get absolutely cooked. I mean, you see the way they played that Berlin hardpoint. Every single time they're pushed all the way up, they're getting those kills from the annoying corners. FaZe are not checking them, and they're getting smoked on every single rotation. LA Thieves is simply better. They are ahead. This team looks disgusting.
Ali, what do you think when Envoy was like, they let 2 Berlins in? That was dumb.
What do you do?
I mean, it was, there's nothing you can do. It's Gavutu or Berlin. It's literally pick your poison at that point. And I think that's the absolute edge that LA Thieves have over everybody in champs right now, is just how deep their map pools go. They don't have to play bow cage. They are happy to square up on Tuscan with Envoy and then Berlin and Gavutu. I mean, Kenny, game 4 Berlin will always go rogue. Once again, they 3-1 victory over Atlanta FaZe, and it's usually in that game 4, and it's in that Berlin that Kenny just goes absolutely insane. insane.
Well, Joe, we're gonna watch some Kenny highlights. I know you've been a fan forever. Like, you just think he's an absolute monster, and it was a frustrating year at times, but here he is.
Frustrating couple of years. I mean, you know, and I did it like stats-wise, and what LA Thieves did the last couple of years. I know it's been tough, but I just think you see his mentality. He needs like the system, and you know, the system has been built towards the end of the year. Like, he's always been a big part of that. Even Black Ops 4, 100 Thieves, right? They were just so good in certain modes because of that, and they have figured it out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna give props to Envoy too, because we kind of thought like, can he fit into a system? It felt like he was such an individual player, but he has. You know, one thing I gotta say is, like, now they made the Grand Finals 2 winners. They have the veto advantage, right? They're going to get rid of Bokash Hardpoint.
Yeah, their map pool is so deep. It just feels like when you watch them play Hardpoint, it's so much different than every other team. Like, the layers are there. Every single time somebody spawns, they're filling in that gap. They're keeping teams pushed all the way back. You saw that P5 into P1, what they were able to do that Atlanta FaZe. They had them back trains. They couldn't even get past glass. Well, that's impressive.
I kind of want to touch on that because I know there's been a lot of what ifs, and some people want it differently when you talk about the advantage you have in a grand final, and I get it. We've had a lot of different formats over the years. But you said the veto advantage. Like, I feel like this year, and especially with where Thieves is, I mean, it is big.
No, 100%. It'll depend on their matchup, right? What they want to go with. But the last 3 other teams left are very good Bokash Hardpoint teams,
Yeah.
so that's probably it. And then Search and Destroy, they'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, I mean, for a best of 9, they're going to have a lot of comfortable matches.
Get rid of Bokash, chilling.
aLLeY, you feel like this is Thieves' tournament to lose now, right? They're in the driver's seat.
100%. For me right now, I'm sitting in the pocket of Seattle Surge, riding off of the momentum of Pred Rookie of the Year, and I'm looking at LA Thieves. They've continued off from where they left off at Major 4, and the balls continue to roll.
Well, let's take a look at the bracket and kind of how we got here. It's been insane. I mean, this weekend has been absolutely nuts. It's a 2022 CDL Championship, and this is kind of a look through how everything is broken down. And Joe, I don't think you're really shocked to see where any of the teams are. aLLeY, you got to note that?
I just wanted to say that, like, this is probably like the most predictable, like, top 4, top 3.
Kinda, right?
Like, all the year that we've had like these insane majors where there's just these teams making these incredible runs that we didn't really expect, where I feel like our championship has kind of gone the way most people have expected for a second. Yeah,
I believe these are our top 4 seeds, so it totally makes sense. So,
Yeah.
it's coming down to the wire. The better teams are clutching
You
up.
play all year for these seeds, right? Like, it's your typical kind of North American playoff. You're in these spots, now you come out and show what's up, and you're able to do it. But we're getting ready to ramp it up for the final matches of the day.
Still got 2 left?
Yeah. Don't forget to link your account, watch and earn. You can see it there, some of the different skins and calling cards that you are able to earn. So do not forget to do that. And then just a reminder, tomorrow we're going to have a teaser for MW2. What's next? Some information to come. And I think you and I are going to be on the desk.
Yeah,
we're going to have some special company. Hey, The Rock's coming?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was told that. Shout out Ethan.
Oh, okay.
I'm pumped for that.
Is that me? Am I The Rock?
You're the Pebble.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
There's some truth in that, Joe.
Oh, you're a big boy, though. You're a very big boy.
Well, after I just got destroyed, we are ready for the break. Guys, 2 more matches to go. We're ramping it up, getting ready for a final championship Sunday. Do not go anywhere. 2 matches remain. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Game Fuel. Victory in a can. And upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Amazon Prime members get free games every month and a slew of free content for your favorite games like Call of Duty. Claim yours now at gaming.amazon.com.
Gentlemen, welcome back. It is time to roll deeper and darker into this wild and crazy weekend of games here. The Call of Duty League Championship Weekend 2022 continues, and we're almost done with our first day, guys. And oh my, me, oh my, good golly, Miss Molly, it's been something. Holy, it's been crazy. Got time on the desk here. We have Ali, and of course we have Nameless. My name's Miles. How you doing? Man alive, I simply cannot believe what has gone down today alone. Tun, you were there. How are you feeling?
I'm a bit shook up, to be honest with you. Just the level of performance that we've seen from Thieves and the level of performance that we've seen from FaZe. Yes, okay, these two kind of went up against each other plenty of times. We know that this game hasn't necessarily went FaZe's way, but the manner of the defeat is kind of what caught me off guard there, to be honest with you. The way that it ended, especially in that hardpoint. I mean, FaZe just got 100-point clubbed.
Oh, yeah.
FaZe.
Yeah, that actually happened. Ali, how many kills in the end for Simp?
Do I really have to say that?
You got
Did
it.
we really have to do that? Too? I feel like that's so wrong. It's 6? 7?
6.
22? 6?
7? No,
My bad.
6.
They made me do it, Tim.
Honestly,
Don't blame me.
that is an uncharacteristic performance for one of the greatest players we have ever seen touch the game. So, and it comes down to the tough question for me, man. Obviously, we got this coming up in a minute. Diving on that real fast, what the hell happens now for FaZe?
I mean, for FaZe, they just got to bounce back, bro. Like, in that hardpoint, they were making so many mistakes. But, you know, we'll see FaZe again later today. It'll be interesting. But first, we got OpTic Seattle, and this is going to be a banger. I cannot wait for
We're
this.
sending one of them home. That is a very, very scary precedent. On one side, we've got, you know, one of the more famous teams in the entire world. On the other side, we've got a squad who has been rolling through some of the finest of all the land, taking names, kicking ass. And here are the maps and modes. What do we think?
You know, a bit interesting here. They're squaring up on that Tuscan control. Obviously, they have to play that. When you look at Seattle, they get rid of GvU2. OpTic's going to be getting rid of Berlin. OpTic going to be starting on the bad side when we get to that Berlin hardpoint as well. Bokaj Search and Destroy, that's a big one. I really think games 2 and 3 are huge in this series. When you look at the Bokaj Search and Destroy, that's a map OpTic's been good at. Some round 11 clutches they had at the last major. They love that map. And, you know, for Seattle, they've only played it once, but they did win it in their last series.
And we have to talk about it again. This is the third time OpTic Texas has picked Team B purposely. In their first series, they lost, obviously. In their second, they 3-0'd. So I'm wondering if that's kind of the angle they're taking here again, is once again trying to get the momentum early in the series and just do it in a quick 3-0 fashion. Because once you get to that game 4, like, I'm very worried for likes of OpTic Texas. We all know the percentage of if you start on good side, if you start on bad side on that map, and it's against a team like Seattle Surge. Pred is going to get comfortable in this series. You're giving him good side as well. Like, OpTic has to finish this early.
You've seen what they can do, and they'll do it again. Time as far as Seattle Surge go, though, mate, it's been a great tournament thus far. I mean, obviously, they find themselves in the lowest bracket, but Pred playing out of his mind.
Playing out of his mind, absolutely. But I think one slight worry I have from the side of Seattle, it's a worry, but also a good trait to have. All of these hardpoints are really going to the wire. How often can they keep doing that? You'd like to see maybe a much more of a comfortable one here at some stage to maybe just calm the nerves a little bit. But how often can you count on Pred to just go godlike in the final 20 seconds?
And to echo that worrying, like, Accuracy had a really struggle series yesterday, and then he came out frying today, but the hard point was still close. It was still like a 10-point game with Pred dropping 40, with Accuracy doing well, so that's a little worrisome for me. But when it comes to the game dual keys of victory, I mean, it's all about the rookie. It's all about pretty boy Pred continuing the momentum, continuing to be the high engagement slayer that he is, and the map 3 Tuscan control is critical. Seattle is 3-2, while OpTic is 2-4 since the start of stage 4. Now, this is an interesting matchup because, once again, OpTic used to be the best control team in the game. They've been struggling as of recently, but they're coming off a very hot 3-0, so the momentum is certainly in their court.
Oh, we'll see, though, because for Seattle Surge, control has not been that good either. They lost that, what, 3-1 to Toronto early today? Yeah, another one today. So tough in the control mode to see who goes there. Guys, as far as OpTic Texas is concerned, though, surely you've got like all the winning sales, the crowd is behind you. This should be a series they're going into pretty comfortable, right, Ant?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have to shut down Pred, and that's a tall task. Like, he's just been making plays. You really need Scump and Shotzzy to show up in this series. I mean, the first few matches we have, Tuscan, Bokaj, Tuscan, like, those two players are going to have to go big in this one. We saw iLLeY step it up in the last series, helped them out a lot. So I'm looking at those guys to really go off in this one. That Tuscan Hardpoint is huge. If you win that map, like, they're on a 6-game win streak in Hardpoint when you look at the Seattle team. You come in and you take that Tuscan Hardpoint,
that momentum is all going to be on OpTic's side. We know Seattle's had those struggles in control, so that's where you can get up big.
And on your screen is going to be the game fuel keys of victory. I'm actually going to speak about one of my own here, an interesting take to this series. I think a lot of teams, when it comes to Seattle Surge, they focus so much on shutting down Pred. But I think OpTic Texas, what they could really do to shine in this series is actually to focus on his support in Simp and Mack. Because when we see these series that Seattle Surge is winning, it's usually Simp and Mack with a majority of the damage, being that backbone for Pred to do what he does on the map. So I think if maybe they focus their sense over to the support behind him, that there might be a little bit more of a gap there to exploit when it comes to the Seattle Surge.
We will see. There are your keys. We've seen the maps and modes. All that's left now, guys, predictions. Ton, we'll start with